do. It's the question you ask yourself when you're at the stoplight when a guy walks up to you and asks for a few bucks. This is what you should do. Will you help them?
Imagine this heat with no air conditioning or no home. According to Housing Forward, more than 4,000 people experience homelessness in Dallas County, and our next guest knew it was his mission, or should I say his calling, to be an advocate for change. Wayne Walker, who is pastor and CEO of OurCalling, joins me now with more on how you can help our homeless friends beat the heat this summer. Welcome, good morning. And you know that scene that was brought up in that video about what do you do when you pass someone? We all encounter that all the time. So what does homelessness look like in Dallas right now? We've got so many more people here. Is there more homelessness?
Absolutely. We've got thousands of people on the street and more people becoming homeless new every single week. Right now, we're seeing an average of 72 new people a week. Every week, brand new for the first time, that say those terrifying words, I'm homeless. And they're getting older. So it's older individuals and a lot of families living in their cars.
So who is OurCalling? What does OurCalling do to help the homeless?
Sure. OurCalling is a faith-based organization. We work with the homeless community all over Dallas County. We have for many years. Our focus is really to help people get off the streets and walk with Jesus. Both of those are very important to us. We get people off the streets every year. This year so far, we've gotten almost 800 people permanently out of homelessness, about 30 a week.
That's got to be incredibly rewarding.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
People like that. That's the smile on your
face,
I see.
Absolutely.
What do you see in terms of heat affecting people out on the streets? What do you see?
Yeah, when a family pulls up and they're living in their car, you can imagine how terrible that would be, right? We rush from the car to the door or wherever we're going, especially when we see elderly folks, people that, have compromised immune systems. We have heat exhaustion, we have heat stroke, we have lots of individuals that are challenged in all kinds of ways. And so our teams that are going out there, we visit over 3,000 locations a year throughout Dallas. We're trudging through those hot moments, trying to find those individuals, triage them, and then get them off the streets, get them into the services they need.
So what specifically do you do to help people, homeless people, with this heat? What kind of services do you provide, and what kind of help do you need?
Sure. Well, we get people off the street. So what we're doing is getting them into our downtown facility, trying to make sure that they're well. We have doctors there, mental health, physical health services. On the streets, we're distributing resources like water. And when you see someone on the street, you want to give them something, right? Some cold water would be good. But really what they need more than anything is just to get off the streets. So send them to one of the organizations in town. When you see someone homeless, or you see a green shirt or one of our green vans, give them a high five, tell them you want help, and get them the services they need. And we encourage people to go to our website, ourcalling.org, to find ways where they can volunteer or they can give, or areas where they can donate water and those resources we need to make sure our neighbors are well.
So what do you need from the members of our community, viewers who may be watching right now?
Yeah, what we need not only is support and volunteers and all the financial needs. We've been open late extended hours over 30 days this summer so far, but water and those desperate resources. And if you can't do that, go to our website or download our app, make a simple donation in a way that can really help make sure our homeless neighbors are loved well and can get off the streets for the rest of their lives.
Real quick before you get away, can you share a story of how you think you made a difference in somebody's life, the trajectory of somebody's life?
Absolutely. I was in our parking lot one day and a mom pulled up with her car and rolled down the window. I thought she was there to volunteer. She's tears coming down her face. She said, we've been living in the car for 3 days. It was a domestic violence situation. She left the situation in such a hurry, the kids didn't even have shoes. But we were able to get her off the street that day, connecting her to one of our many partners around the city. That's how this works, is partnership. Right. That family went to Family Gateway. Some people go to the Bridge. Some people we get off through traditional housing. A lot of people we get off into programs like rehab and detox. And then we find these families or individuals 6 months, a year, 2 years later, they come back and they tell us they're no longer homeless. Their lives have completely been transformed, often because of long-term program recovery, like a rehab, a detox, a psychotherapeutic program, or really reconnecting people back with their families. If that's the best way to go, we want to see long-term success, not just a Band-Aid in a day.
Thank you so much for sharing with our viewers this morning. Really good stuff where we can all make a difference. Thanks so much.